on this note, I say welcome, a beautiful evening to you wherever you're listening from. And this is me saying welcome once again to the Tuesday edition of the Unspoken Truth, Which Way Nigeria. It is another Tuesday night. We've had fun. That was over the weekend. I think the last time you heard my voice on the microphone was on Friday night, where we had the old Bedu thing, and I'm sure we enjoyed ourselves on the show. But that's, by the way, this is a new week. This is another reminder to, keep doing what you're doing, keep chasing the bag. It is important. But welcome once again to the Unspoken Truth Tuesday edition, Which Way Nigeria. This is one of the Tuesday night where we pause, think, and ask questions about where we are and where we are headed as a nation. Coming to you live from the studios of Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm your host, your radio nighttime partner, and my name is Diola. Well, this is not the first time you've heard me say this on the show. This is our space. This is where we look at the issues shaping who we are, not just as individuals, but as a nation. This is where we talk about those societal issues affecting us. And every Tuesday, yes, that is exactly what we do. We come together and we ask that one question: which way Nigeria? Which way? And I say this on the show every time, that it goes beyond politics. Yes, it goes beyond the government. This is about you listening to me. This is about me, Diola, in the studios, and it is about our families, our future, and that's why your voice matters so much here. Whether you're sitting in traffic, you're listening from your living room, or you're just tuning in from your workplace, welcome once again. Tonight, we are diving into one of those uncomfortable realities. We see this every single day. You step out of your home, you see this. Something we've almost gotten used to. What am I even saying? We've gotten used to it. Not almost. We are used to it already. And it shouldn't be. And we have to talk about it. I want you to look around. Let's start from there. And ask yourself one honest question. What exactly is happening to us as a people? Once upon a time, begging, yes, the word begging, to beg for something, it was a cry for help. Something you saw rarely from those truly in need. Emphasis on those truly in need. But these days, it is everywhere. In fact, let me tell you, begging now has shape. It comes in sizes. It has strategy. It has structure. It wears perfume, carries a phone, sometimes comes even in a suit. And we now have what I call corporate begging. Corporate begging. People who look perfectly fine, healthy, capable, yet have turned begging into a full-time career. Some beggars even earn more, and that's like a sad reality for me when I thought about it. Some beggars earn more than those who wake up every morning to go to work, who wake up every morning to hustle. So tonight we will be talking about corporate begging. Which way Nigeria? How did begging become the new official job on our streets? Why are people so dependent on it? And come to think of it, will it ever stop? Even if jobs are provided, yes. Even if we now have jobs in our society, will it ever stop? Let's talk about it, because this one, you will agree with me in the studio that it touches every single one of us. You've seen it at one point in time. You've come across it. So tonight, we will talk about corporate begging as a societal issue affecting us in the society. Well, remember that this is a conversation. So as we go along, remember to send in your comment, your opinion, your thought. The studio line 0700 903 903 903 and 08036 929933 will be open in no time for you to call in and join the conversation. But you can drop your thought, your opinion on our WhatsApp. The number is 0817 175 6338. And yes, you can join our live stream right now at Voice of the People 90.3 FM to share your thoughts as well. But let's get into it. Corporate begging. Corporate begging. Diola has a lot to talk about. So much to say tonight. Back in the time, begging used to be a thing of helplessness, just like I said earlier at the start of the show. It was, a means to help the aged, the elderly people, the sick, the blind, those who truly had nowhere else to turn. But now it has evolved into a structured, strategic, and in some cases very profitable business. Very profitable. I'm telling you, begging has structure. Trust me. You see them everywhere, at bus stops, in traffic, near banks, market, even online. You see these people there. Some are in fact so polished. This word, this slang. Let me use the slang, tush. Yes, you package yourself. Some are so packaged that you will think they are coming from a job interview. But they are there to beg. They are there to ask from you. It is not even longer about men. It is no longer just men. Even women, neatly dressed, bold, you see them confident, with well-rehearsed stories. And the shocking part for me is, you can meet someone today begging you for just 1,000 naira. Then meet that same person again tomorrow in another location, doing the exact same thing. It has now become a circle, a structure, an official business, and that is why I call it the new corporate job on the street. Everywhere you turn, on your way out, someone is begging. Some will approach you with emotional stories. Please help me. My mother is in the hospital. I've not eaten for 10 days. I'm this, I'm that. Some will even show you fake medical reports or printed pictures just to stir that, emotions in you, to make you feel pity for them. And I actually thought it was just in Lagos. But if you drive around places in Abuja, Port Harcourt, other places in Nigeria, you will notice that it is no longer just people with disabilities on the street corners. You will see young. I'm telling you, you will see young, strong, healthy men and women, perfectly fine, walking from car to car, stretching out their hands, begging. They have turned begging into their new job. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't even get me wrong. Don't say, Diola, this one you're saying. I know exactly what is going through your mind. And that's why I'm saying, don't get me wrong. Some people genuinely need help. Yes, that I'm not even going to argue about it. Yes, we have the elderly, the sick, those who truly have no support system. And from Diola in the studios, this is me telling you, we must never lose compassion for those people. Yes, it is good to show compassion to people who truly need help. But the bitter truth, begging has become a full-time job. Some people now plan their day around it. There is morning shift, there is afternoon shift, and even closing time. So it is not just desperation anymore. It is a system. It is a lifestyle some have chosen. And if we're being honest, yes, the economy is tough. People are struggling. Deola knows that. But we've reached a point where begging has become an industry, a business industry. You hear of people who live in decent houses. By the time you make your findings, they dress neatly and come out every day to beg. Because guess what? It pays. It pays them. But let's talk about the cause. Let's move to that area, to that angle. Why has this become the trend in town? Why has begging become this widespread? Why do we see able-bodied? When I mean able-bodied, I'm talking about people who have their hands, they can walk, they are fine, they're capable, well-dressed people begging instead of working. And I understand and I want to believe that when you think about the cause, the very first thing that comes to your mind right now, yes, that is coming to your mind right now as I'm speaking, is unemployment and bad governance. There are no jobs, no doubt. The economy is hard, as I've said earlier. Prices of food items are going up faster than salaries. People are frustrated. But if we are being honest, that is not the whole story. Because even in this same country, where some have chosen to beg, where some have chosen begging as their career, there are others selling pure water in the scorching sun, washing cars in traffic, running POS stands, breathing air on the roadside just to survive with dignity. And so I ask, which way Nigeria? Another cause that you might want to think of right now is unusual conditions. Definitely, people find themselves in tight, difficult situations, conditions that make you feel like truly there might be no way. You don't have relative, you're just stuck somewhere. And it's quite understandable to an extent. I think you remember the UNILAG student that was seen on social media for something like this at University of Lagos. A final year student carrying a placard of inscription, with the inscription, "Please help a final year student with her school fees. God bless you." Now that student claimed she could not raise the school fees, the amount of 225,000 naira. To an extent, you might want to understand that fact that she's struggling. She wants to go to school to make something for herself in the end. She stood at the roundabout for this purpose. Quite all right, she graduated. The money was used for the purpose it was given. So there are situations that you can find yourself and you begin to feel like, there is no way. What can I do? This is it. That, to an extent, is understandable. But we must also add this bitter truth. It is the most common cause, and what is making me hyper about this? I've looked around, I've seen situations. In fact, I'm going to talk about a lot that I've seen when it comes to this particular begging of a thing that has become a lifestyle for many. And the cause I'm going to talk about, the next cause I'm going to talk about, is laziness. It is the most common one. Some people have simply refused to work. They don't want to try anything at all. They would rather hold a placard or rehearse a pity story, because to them it is easier than making effort. It is easier than running about trying to work, trying to just do something, engage themselves with a task, with something. And they ask themselves, they think, why struggle when sympathy pays faster than sweat? What is the purpose? What is the essence when I can just carry something and begin to tell people, oh, I'm this, I need help, my mother is in the hospital, this, that, when I can easily do that and make money faster? Some choose begging because it is actually easier than work. Compare selling. Okay, let's do this together. Compare selling water in traffic. You see the sun, for the past few days, it has been hot. Yes, very hot. The sun is scorching. You will agree with me on that. Those that have been going out for 2 days, even today. So compare selling water in that type of sun, doing small hustles, versus just sitting somewhere with a placard for 2 hours and collecting money from vehicles. You go by vehicles, talk to the passengers, pray for them, do this, and then you want money. To them, mini jobs are not enough. Yes, some people are actually doing this work. They're selling water, selling food, doing POS transactions at traffic. But the income is unpredictable and very low. Meanwhile, at a popular traffic stand, a person with a well-crafted "help me" sign might even raise more money in an hour than a full day of hard labor. And then we the givers, yes, we the givers, Nigerians, also play a part, because we reward pity more than productivity. We feel like, oh, these people truly need help, compared to those that are actually putting in effort, that are struggling, not giving up. We give freely to people who play on our emotions while ignoring that small trader who wakes up daily to hustle. So the message society is now sending now is, if you want help, don't work. Oh, yes, don't work hard. Just act helpless. Act like you need help. Just play that pity card role, and then you will get help. This issue is actually a very big one. It is a big one that is, going deeper into the root of our society. Gone are the days, like I said, when begging means that someone truly is helpless. Talking about the bedridden, the injured, the disabled, that has changed. You would have seen these things that I'm talking about. You know very well what I'm talking about. There is even an incident. I said I was going to share a lot with you on the show tonight. There was an incident that happened in my presence. I boarded a bus. I was, called to host an event on the Highland sometimes like a few months. Yeah, a couple of months back. And in that vehicle, a woman started pleading. She doesn't have money. She's going to Apapa. She's heading to Apapa, Lagos here. That we should support her. Her transport fare is not complete. She needs help. And I thought to myself, you knew very well you didn't have transport fare on you, yet you left the house. You left your house, walked with your 2 legs, came to the park, and you wanted to board it. In fact, you boarded the bus already. We were already moving. We were on transit. And they started talking to the bus. The conductor didn't want to listen. All he wanted was his money. And I thought to myself, you knew this. In fact, while I was doing my thinking, I said to myself, this probably would be a lifestyle. That is a lifestyle. She's not just doing it. That very day was definitely not the first time she would have done that. And that was why she had the guts. That was why she was so comfortable leaving her house, knowing fully well that she was heading somewhere. And then in the bus, she started telling people you needed help. And that's how you're going to do it. The next bus you enter, you tell them you need help, you're heading somewhere, you don't have transport fare on you. I'm telling you, you will drive through the places in Lagos, you will see smart-looking men in suits. They won't look rugged, they won't look tattered. You will see them, they will dress very nicely with ties, carrying their bags, begging at traffic stops. And the sad reality is that some of these people may be in better shape than you are. Some of them look much more healthier than you, yet they are begging from you. There is even this popular one I heard here in Ajao. Yes, it's happening here in Ajao. The woman uses her baby as a PT card to beg every day. Every single day you carry your baby. And then you start telling people, my baby is this, she's sick, we've not eaten, we don't have where to go. It is happening right there in Ajao. For those in Ajao, you'll be familiar with what I'm saying right now. And then people even confirmed that the baby is healthy. The woman walks, she's fine, she's okay. But then she uses her baby as a PT card, telling people she needs money, her baby needs to go to the hospital, this, and so much stories. In fact, there was this particular one that I experienced. That day I went to the salon to have my hair done. And while we were at it, a young man, able-bodied man, capable. There is nothing wrong with that man. He came to the shop and, he started pleading as usual. They should please. He has not eaten. He needs money. And, the other lady that was, attended to me just looked at him and just told him that he should leave. She was angry. And then there was one woman there in the shop, right there in the shop. She was saying, as old as she is, a grown woman, married. In fact, she has kids already. She said to herself, she's working herself out to feed her family. And then you are a man, a young man, nothing is wrong with you. You are begging around. Others are doing heavy tasks, construction works, carrying bricks, just so they can survive. You see some people selling things by the roadside, selling water, bottled water in traffic, just to make ends meet. And you are roaming about. You are there roaming about begging. Nothing is wrong with you, but you just feel like, it is much more easier to beg than to walk. And it's made me truly wonder that where exactly are we heading to? What we are now seeing is, both male and female beggars dressing nicely. You see ladies, they dress very well. In fact, I've seen a lady and her sister. They dress very well. The way they carry themselves, you wouldn't know that is what they are doing, begging. You see them in this location today, another location tomorrow. Some beg 1,000 naira or any amount you can help me with. And then they shift location and do the same thing again. It has become a business for some people, and that is why I call it corporate begging. I even remembered reading a case. I think that case happened in Abuja, if I remember correctly. A woman was caught after people realized her child wasn't actually sick. She claimed, she has been telling people her child is sick. So she has been using a photo of a sick baby for over 2 years, 2 good years, to collect money from kind-hearted Nigerians. Now tell me, in that situation, is that poverty? Can you call that poverty, or pure manipulation, or laziness? And I'll tell you why this is a societal issue. I'll tell you the implications of this habit, what this is doing to us in our society, the effect. We've seen cases where people fake illness, rent babies, or even hire others to play along. We've heard of beggars, who end up stealing phones, snatching people's bags, or distracting drivers so that their partners can rob. So what started as, just asking people that, please help me. What started as just asking for help has turned into an avenue, a platform, an opportunity for petty crimes. I'm telling you, some beg on the daily basis to pay their debt. after borrowing money from God knows wherever, you're finding means to return back that money to pay your debt. And then you begin to beg. That is how you're able to pay the money you're owing someone. Some beg for daily transport fare. You're going to work, you beg. It is that money you get to use to pay your tea fare. On your way back home, you beg. That is the way you are able to pay your transport back to your house. Every single day. You see a man begging on a Monday morning, and by evening, that same man is eating at a roadside bar. And the next day, guess what? He's back at that same spot or even another location. New story, same mission. Now, I tell you that this is dangerous. Not only because of the fact that it is deception. People are now deceiving us, trying to make us feel emotional, trying to make us pity them, but they are deceiving us. So this is dangerous not only because of the deception, but because it kills our sense of dignity and effort. People no longer have shame. Just go about. You are okay. Just like I said, it is different from those that are displaced. It is different from those with disabilities. How do you tell your child that hard work pays? You know, when you're trying to motivate your children now, go to school, learn so you can grow up, you can do this. How can you even motivate them now? How can you tell a child that hard work truly pays when they see grown men and women making a living off manipulation, deceiving people? And this is where the conversation gets tough. Ask yourself right now, even if, because yes, you might be saying there is no job outside, but ask yourself truly, even if the government creates jobs tomorrow, will this kind of begging stop? Is it ever going to stop? Because it is no longer about hunger, if you ask me. It is about mindset now. It is about a generation that has discovered an easier way to survive through pity. So my question tonight is, if we continue to reward pity over productivity, what kind of future are we building? Do we now live in a society where please help me is a business plan? Have we become too comfortable watching people depend on sympathy instead of strength, instead of struggling? Have you even been in a situation that you helped someone only to find out that you've been deceived? Would you still even give, knowing fully well that this same person might be in another junction tomorrow? And come to think of it, if the government provides jobs, is this new tradition, this corporate begging, is it ever going to stop? And you ask yourself one more time, which way Nigeria? Those are my questions for you tonight. You come on the show, join the conversation, share your truth, your experience. Tell me, just like I said, even if the government creates job opportunities, will this corporate begging, is it ever going to stop? Come on the show and let's talk about it. You can reach us. The studio lines are 0700 903 903 903 or 080 36 92 9933. I'll take it again, 0700 903 903 903 or 080 36 929933. You can send me your messages. I can see some already coming in. Send me your thoughts on WhatsApp to the studio WhatsApp line. The number is 0817 175 6338. Remember, you can also join me live on YouTube right now. Just search for Voice of the People 90.3 FM and then you can share your views. But we'll dive into your contributions in a moment. Yes, I can see the calls coming in already, but we need to reflect. we have to reflect deeply on our actions. And the sound titled Do the Right Thing by Cobhams Asuko featuring Bess, because it seems we are losing ourselves. So first, before we come to that moment where you join the conversation tonight, let's reflect deeply on our actions with this sound titled Do the Right Thing by Cobhams Asuko featuring Bears. Don't go nowhere, I'll be back.
There is something missing in the world today. It's the one thing that can make the world okay. And it doesn't cost nothing, no, you don't even have to pay. Oh, oh. It's about doing the right thing every day. 'Cause you are the light.
Download Glovo on the
You are
favorite
the
restaurants in town.
sign. You are the only hope, keeping hope alive. Do the right thing, let the world see. Let the light shine everywhere. And when it seems like no one's watching, do the right thing anywhere. Just
Do the right thing, do the right thing.
all the time and you'll be sure
Do the right thing.
the whole world say, yeah. Do the right thing. Hey! Do the right thing. If the right thing is the order of the day, then the world will be a better place to stay. A corrupted mind is your worst enemy. So I suggest you do the right thing
Starting today.
'Cause you are the light, you are the sign.
You are the holy hope, keeping hope alive.
Do the right thing, let the world see. Let the light shine everywhere. When it seems like no one's watching, do the right thing anyway. Just
Do the right thing, do the right thing.
time and you'll be sure to have the whole world singing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Listen. You could be a pepper seller or a movie star. Doesn't really matter who you are. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. You can be a politician or a policeman. You gotta take the stand and do the right thing. Do the right thing. Oh, do the right thing. Let the world see. Let the light shine everywhere. And when it seems like
No one's watching. Do the right thing, do the right thing.
time, you'll be sure to have the whole world singing. Do the right thing.
Oh,
Right thing.
do the right thing.
Right thing. Just do the right thing. All the time. Do the right thing. Right thing. Do the right thing.
Yes, do the right thing, sister, brother, uncle, fathers, mothers. Because somewhere along the line, we seem to have forgotten what that truly means. Doing the right thing. We live in a time where begging has become business. That is the time we're living in now. And PT now pays more than hard work. The same streets where people once hustled to earn a living are now filled with those who find comfort in manipulation, in deceiving others. But if we all keep chasing sympathy instead of strength, then who will build the nation we dream of? It is time to look. Yes, it is that time we look in the mirror and ask ourselves, are we really doing the right thing? And from the studios of Voice of the People 90.3 FM, it's exactly 10 minutes gone past the hour of 10. And it's this unspoken truth. You are listening to our Tuesday edition. Yes, this is our Tuesday edition. Which Way Nigeria, right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Diola, and I'm your radio nighttime partner. You've heard so much from me tonight already, talking about corporate begging. In case if you're just joining us, in case if you're just tuning in, we have been talking on corporate begging so far. But let's come to you, yes, VOP community, because this conversation, as I've said earlier, is not complete without your voice. I want to hear from you tonight. I want to get your thought. If the government provides job tomorrow, will this corporate begging disappear? Because the truth is, some of the people on the street begging look healthier than people they are asking for help. They are not disabled, they are not sick, they just don't want to work. Why? Because society has rewarded pity. Society is making, okay, fine, they are helpless, let's help them. We keep helping, and they're deceiving us in return, because we've built that culture that, is giving glory to laziness and manipulation. You hear people say, just help him now. You don't have to ask too much questions. You don't have to ask this, ask that. Just help him if you want to help him. But we forget that every time we give without discernment, we are encouraging a habit that is slowly killing our sense of responsibility as a people. And I'll say it once again, I do not want you to get me wrong. Just as I've said before, some people genuinely need help. The elderly, the sick, those who truly have no support system, the disabled, and we must never lose compassion for them. But my question tonight is, how did we get here? A country where begging is no longer a sign of poverty, but a strategy. Have you ever noticed that in some areas, the same faces are there every day for years now? They've been there and they are still there, and they will still be there. Places like CMS, Oshodi, even in Ikeja, Lagos. If they were truly hungry or helpless, wouldn't they have looked for opportunity, like alternatives? Yes, that's the word. Wouldn't they have looked for other alternatives by now? And then there is the online version, digital begging. Yes, messages that, come anonymously, full of, please help me, sir. I just need 2,000 naira to eat. I just need urgent 5K. God will bless you, sir, if you send me something. Yes, ma'am, I'm currently stranded somewhere. Yes, sir. Myself and my brother, we don't have what to eat. Even on social media, people now brand themselves as hustlers. But all they do is beg strategically. That is why I'm telling you that begging now has structure. And that, if you ask me, is an emotional blackmail staring at you in the face. So I'll ask again. I want to hear from you, VOP community. If the government suddenly fixed unemployment, created job opportunities, will this culture of begging stop? Is there a time where we are going to see that, this has been eradicated? Or have we raised a generation that believes sympathy is a means to survive? You have to act pitiful for people to help you. Do you believe people help because there are no jobs, or because they are lazy to work? They feel like it is easier than working. Or have you even helped someone only to later realize that it was a lie? You've been deceived. What exactly is the way forward? What can you even say to those people practicing this culture? Because I know they can hear us right now. What exactly do you have to say about corporate begging? The numbers to call to join me right now are 0700 903 903 903 or 08036 929933 0700 903 903 903, or you can call 080 36 929933. Remember that you can send me your messages on WhatsApp to 0817 175 6338, or send me your thoughts on YouTube to the comment section. Just search for Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now remember that when you join the conversation, you tell me your name and where you're calling from, and remember to reduce or tune down your radio. Okay, we have our first caller here. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Buzo by name.
You said what?
This is Buzo by name, calling from Ijugu.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
You were saying something about begging.
Yeah.
Begging.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
I would say it's not laziness that cause those kind of things. When you see people behaving like that, they are lazy.
Laziness.
Yeah, they are laziness. That's the caption of what I know I can say about them.
Just as I've said, laziness. But what is your message to them right now? Because I feel some are listening.
As far as they have hands and legs, they can use it to do something. You can't just depend on anybody. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining tonight.
Thank you, man. Good night.
Good night. You know, I've said it. I already said that the most common cause for this corporate begging, this habit, this culture, this lifestyle is laziness. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, my name is Peter. I'm calling from Atlanta.
Welcome to the program.
Okay. Yeah, talking about the beggar. What will you say about the police? Police are always holding in the night. Everybody are coming back from work. They just stop you and ask for money. Is that one normal pressure?
Sorry, I didn't get what you said.
I said the police, their own are more worse. Talking about the beggars. Beggars are actually begging for people, but the police they just come to you, driving like this. They just stop you on the road. Take money from you.
Yes.
But what is that? So can't the government stop that? Yeah, yesterday I was driving. I was stopped by the police. He was asking me for a ransom. I was like, why? Why did I give you money? See that I was standing in the sun for so long. I was like, in Nigeria now, how can that be?
They were asking you for a ransom. Is that what you said?
Ransom money.
Please do well to call back so that I can get you clearly. You can do well to reconnect and share with me your experience. I was struggling to hear you, but I think you were trying to say that you were stopped yesterday and you were asked for a ransom. That was what I get, but I'm not so sure if that's what you said. But let's get more thought on this corporate begging. Hello.
Yeah, Dola.
Hello. Good evening.
This is Prince from Ojo.
Prince from
Ojo.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
I was looking at you on YouTube the other day for some time.
Okay.
You're doing a very nice work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
To keep us relaxed in the times.
Thank you.
Yeah, this matter of begging. Well, it's a matter of choice. And like you said, something designing spirit. Begging is not, it shouldn't be a profession. It should not be.
It shouldn't be, but it has become, sadly, it has become a profession for many people right now.
Yes, sometimes they say in a condition make a fish bend. I don't understand you quite all right. There are some people who may describe as corporate beggars, the way they dress in suit and tie.
Yeah.
wear nice dresses, and still stand by the street. And maybe either you are driving your car, we want to board the bus, they just come near you and say, please, can you help me with 500 naira?
Yeah, it
So
happens a lot.
yeah. Anyway, my advice is this: if anybody that comes to you begging for anything, if you are moved, give as much as you can. If you are not moved, well, go your way. But listen to the voice of your conscience. Look at the people. Because most times, to those who are regular beggars are the people with defects, maybe natural defects of life.
Okay.
So maybe crippled people, some maybe blind men, and all the.
Yeah, just like I said, I'm not disputing that fact. There are some people who genuinely need help.
Yes, and they are regular beggars too, and some of them are making something out of it. Too, right? So that's what they can do anyway. No, there's no other way out. They just have to beg to survive. Their case is different. But for the other corporate beggars, well, people shouldn't deceive themselves. Sometimes I thought that they are from a particular set of people from Nigeria.
Okay.
Particular set of people. Yes, not just every tribe.
Okay, so which tribe are you talking about?
I don't need to. We're on radio now. Should be circumspect with use of words. You don't need to mention any tribe at all.
Okay.
But people should know themselves. They are from a particular set of people who are just regular beggars like that. But the issue is that people should learn to work. Learn any handwork at all. Like in Lagos, anything you are doing, you can get money out of it. And there's dignity in labor.
Exactly.
There's no dignity in begging. No. And now they say beggar has no choice. Right now they begin to have choices. Those beggars.
Right.
You give them money, they say this money is not either it's not very good or it's too small. So they will not even thank you. But if you give something maybe 500 and I want, they'll not thank you. No, thank you, sir. If it's 100 naira, 50 naira, just like his to show that that thing is too small. What can he buy? Can he buy a loaf of bread? And the rest of them. So there's nothing like being a corporate beggar and taking it as a profession. It's a way of somebody trying to deceive himself. It's that they should learn to develop a particular skill that can give them constant income and be free from that spirit of begging.
All right.
That's simple advice. Yeah.
Thank you so very much for your contribution tonight.
In any case, people try as much as possible to give anytime somebody comes to you for help, of begging. So if you want to give, not minding what. Because sometimes they say a rabbit does not run in the afternoon in vain, and something might be pursuing it, or pursuing something. So those who are begging for more help, one way or the other, all is not well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I could actually say that he was contradicting himself while he was talking, saying kind of two things, different meaning. If beggars have no choice and still people still have to give them, knowing fully well that they are being deceived, it's kind of contradicting. But I take there's something he said that I'll take from. I have to take that particular one from him. His advice to everyone is to find something doing, learn a skill, engage yourself, not being dependent on begging. Okay, let's get this one before we go to the messages. Okay, it seems we have to come back to that one. This one is coming from Hilary, all the way from Ajao. And Hilary says, "Good evening, dear Diola. Nice topic tonight. Honestly, we need to stop promoting corporate begging. That mindset of waiting for donations, sponsorships, or PT funds before we act, it kills creativity and self-reliance." And that's Hilary message all the way from Ajao. This one says, "Good evening, Diola. I cannot understand how on earth Any undergraduate in any of the Nigerian higher institutions will be complaining about not having money to raise his or her tuition fee in the current day. Nigeria now have what we call NET fund. Let him apply for NELT fund as applications are currently open. Well, the graduate, the person I'm talking about is actually a graduate. But just for people listening, that is by the way, and the person says, besides, why would a UNILAG student be complaining of tuition and money when UNILAG has work study policy? And I knew several students who benefited from the work study policy while I was in UNILAG. Deola, he gets one woman waiting for Alta Marina. She lives Ikorodu as early as 5 a.m. to come back on the island daily. I'm telling you, these things are happening. This person is saying that one particular woman from Alta Marina leaves Ikorodu as early as she comes to beg at Alta Marina. She leaves Ikorodu as early as 5 a.m. to come beg on the island daily. The funny thing is that she lives in a tastefully built apartment in Ikorodu. Deola, I stopped giving alms on the street of Lagos the day someone that collected millions from government and he used POP leg. Deceived you and made me fearfully build a BRT prototype cheaply because I wanted to avoid LASG and SSS wahala during former governor Fashola. Deola, make I no enter the Fujis because he go far. In the final analysis, Deola, it is better to lay about begging. We won't want to advise that. But this message is coming from architect Olaliko, all the way from Ijayi. Well, thank you so much, architect Olaliko, because you shared a lot of experience with us on the show talking about corporate begging. But still, your final analysis, I wouldn't agree on that. I wouldn't agree on promoting corporate begging. That's a bad one. But let's get back to the phone lines. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you.
This is Buzo, the first call, the person that called first.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. According to what you just said now about corporate begging.
Yeah.
You were saying something about someone building a house, having a mansion, then still use POLA to collect money as corporate begging.
That was a message that came in from one of the audience.
I also experienced such too.
Okay, you want to share your experience with us?
This one is a landlady. He has a building in Ikorodu.
Landlady?
Yes. And such persons was begging at Sele Express. So, I say, the kind of job I do, it takes me places. Okay. So when I saw, I was like, isn't not you
know this person?
Yes, I know this person. I was like, I wasn't telling my colleague, this man owns a building in Ikorodu. What is she doing here? And still begging. So seriously, that has even made me stop giving out alms, no matter who the person is. So I just said, let me just share the experience.
Thank you so much for calling to share that particular one with us on the show. Well, I'm telling you, this is becoming so serious. It has become a lifestyle. People have turned this habit, this culture, they've turned it to their business, a career for them. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please tune down the volume of your radio set.
Okay, I'll do that now.
Thank you so much.
Is it better now?
Yeah, much better. Good evening to you.
Good evening, ma. This is Falano.
Welcome, Falano. It's good to have you.
Yeah, from Ogun State. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Coming to the issue of begging.
Yeah.
It's something that cannot be totally eradicated.
Why do you say
so? The level of poverty in the country is getting out of hand. That there was a time a woman pursued her daughter outside around 11 to go and look for money so that they can eat because they have not eaten for almost 2 days. Now, what is the woman insinuating with that young girl of about 15 years old to go and mess up with men and raise money to bring to the house for them to eat? Now, that one apart, government is not really helping matters. But we have beggars even outside the country, even developed country for that matter. But where everything is even provided for. But the question you ask, that can if government peradventure provide an avenue to stop this thing, it can only be reduced to barest minimum. That is, if government should put all those companies in places in different local governments, CDC's area, then there must be an enforcement. Remember El-Rufai, the former governor, when he was in Abuja at that time, he said something that he has removed beggars in Abuja. When he was the minister, that time in Abuja, he said he has removed all beggars in Abuja.
But some are still there.
That is the angle I'm going to. That is, there is no amount of whatever you provide, the beggars will continue. While the more the level of poverty rising up, the more we will continue to have beggars. Because there is no provision for people. People are suffering, sincerely speaking. Yeah, people are suffering. And by the grace of God, if peradventure the governor of His Excellency, the office of His Excellency President Tinubu can provide that avenue today, then there must be an enforcement. There will be on streets, on lookout at the bus stop places. If they should catch any of them, they are going to be taken to the prison. So definitely that kind, just like the time of Buhari and Idi Agbon that time, when Kai was introduced, you dare not throw nylon of sweet from the door of a vehicle to the main road. They will stop that vehicle and they will fish out the person that threw it out. So there was a high level of discipline in the country that time. So that you cannot eradicate it or reduce it to a barest minimum. It is possible. Nigerians are law-abiding people. I won't lie to you. Nigerians, when you come out with a kind of forceful method, I'm telling you, you see that Nigerians, they always abide to the rules and regulations. So for people to come out that it can be reduced. But alternative, look at the northerners. They give room to all those things. We call them Almajiris. Many northern leaders are not happy. They are crying in the secret. They are not happy that their children are on the street begging all over the country. They are in Lagos, they are in Lagos, they are everywhere. The northern leaders, they are not happy about it. But the so-called people that are over them, allowing some of those things to continue to happen, while some of them that doesn't like it cannot talk. You dare not talk. You dare not talk at all. So my prayer is that God will help this country.
Amen. But before you go,
and reduce. Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Be done first.
To reduce the level of poverty. I won't lie to you. People cannot even find a square meal. Go to campuses, go and see girls, students that are begging in order to survive, to pay for house rent, to eat food before little coins will come from their parents to them. It's happening. You go on the street, you see people, you see parents, you see even mothers going up and down sleeping with people in order to raise money to go and feed their children at home. So that thing is degenerating into another thing. It's becoming uncontrolled that children that are born into that kind of environment, they are now seeing it as a norm. That, this is the way they are doing, not knowing that it was the wrong thing. And if we don't, bail the cat on time, it will even go higher than, we are seeing in this our generation now.
Yeah, I do agree with you. In fact, I want to say thank you so much for your contribution. You mentioned a
It's a
lot of
pleasure.
facts. Yes, you shared a lot of facts with us. But I do have a question for you.
Go ahead, ma.
Do you believe that there are actually people? I get everything you said. Just like I said, I do understand the angle you are talking from. But do you believe that there are people who have taken up this begging, yes, this corporate begging as a lifestyle, knowing fully well that they are not suffering? Rather, they are just lazy to work or to even search for one.
It started from somewhere, ma. It started from they weren't born with us. If let me tell you my personal experience.
Okay.
I know of a friend, highly intelligent, well educated,
Okay.
a graduate for that matter, BSc, not just you know.
All right.
One day I was coming from Lagos at night. I spotted him. Ah, is this not Lagbaja?
Hmm.
I have to dodge to watch what was going on that day. I felt a little bit embarrassed. I went to turn back from the other hand in order to pass so that he would see me. So immediately he spotted me. I just used to, do as if nothing is happening. So we discussed, I have to wait there so that to caution him. Then I left him and went. So, though it was later on, he stopped that kind of thing. Now, I now began to ask myself, what could have pushed this guy? Now, thank God you even had that question.
Okay.
Let me tell you one thing about life. We are being controlled by spirits, and the spirit and the physical, they work pari passu. They work together. The spirit is dominant over the physical, while the physical is receptive to the spirit. There are spirit beings, spirits in the ear that you cannot see. People can pronounce a word. You can hear me far away from where you are there through the ear by picking my phone to just make a call, either they call it technology or whatever, but you can hear me. There are forces at times that inject, plant evil thing. Even Bible confirming that when the children of men sleep, their enemies comes at night to sow tears. So it's not inborn something. It's something that if care is not taken, if you enter into somebody's life, to curb it, my sister, it may take the grace of God. Because it is not an ordinary thing at times. When you see somebody, just like the people, the first callers that said that the landlord is begging, it is not ordinary at times. We just look at it physically that we see somebody dressing up and he went out to be begging. It is not ordinary because begging is not good. Are you getting me, man?
Yeah.
So whenever you discover such in any little child, you must stand in the gap to do what? To stop it immediately, to curb it, or pick that child or out to the parent and caution them to let them know what the child is doing. In my area here, a boy came to my house in the morning knocking at the door. I want to see you, I need your help. Early in the morning, around 6:37, the way I shouted at him, don't ever come to my house again. After that, he was trouble, he ran away. After that, I saw him with a friendly, come like Baja. I like you, but don't do that again. If you need something, you will see me not in the morning, you come and be knocking at my door. Since that day, that boy has never come back to my house. And anytime he sees me around, he always caution and say, we are not perfect, man. But the little we can do, breaking the corner, just as you rightly said, it's not that we cannot help them. Are you with me, sir?
Right. Oh. Wow, that was a long one, and in fact, I was enjoying his contribution on the show, but you can try to connect with us again so you can talk to us. We want to hear from you because I was actually asking the question I asked him was, he said he came on the show, talked about poverty being the very foundation of this corporate begging in the society. And then I'm asking because I understand the fact that, of course, the economy is not smiling. it is really not smiling. Let me just leave it at that. And then I'm asking if truly you believe that there are people who have actually taken this up as their profession, as their career. But just like I said, please do well to connect with us so you can share with us your thoughts on that one. But from what he said so far, I think is still trying to say there is always a reason behind every action. And for those that we've actually talked about, saying we see them, they're doing well for themselves, and we still see them at one point in time begging, that it is not ordinary. Taking us to the Bible, talking about the spirit realm, the physical realm, and just like I said, I was really enjoying that particular one. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, let me take some of the YouTube messages that we have. Homeboy VT, okay, let me just leave it as Homeboy says, all I need is work and there is no job in Nigeria. Tell them to give us work. I want to believe that they are listening to us right now. And that's why we are voice of the people. Let me quickly take this one from the WhatsApp. Prince Adelusi says, good evening, Diola. Corporate begging is a serious matter in our society. If government creates jobs, it might reduce, but it can never stop. And I think that's what one of the callers also said on the show, that it can reduce, but not totally eradicated. And Prince Adelusi also says, I will advise them to find something doing with their hands and brain. Some are doing POS, some sell pure water, and so much more. I know one guy staying at Okoko and comes to CMS to beg every day. We need to do something no matter how little it is. Thank you so much, Prince Adelisi, for sharing with me what your take is on corporate begging. And we go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to you.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. I love what you are doing.
God bless you too. Amen.
Understand.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, concerning what the last speaker said,
yes,
the man that so lengthy.
Yes.
I want to disagree with him concerning the northerners.
Okay.
I want to disagree.
Okay.
He said that the government, their leaders, they are so concerned. They are signing in the secret concerning what. I don't believe in that. Over the years when we have been ruled, most of their leaders ruled us in this country, and this has been a general thing for them to be doing. So these leaders, they have ruled them. Many of them are marked well, and yet they didn't even say anything to do concerning these people. The Sharia law is another thing over there in the north. If there's a crime you will commit in the north, under Sharia law, they will cut your hand. Sometimes they will cut your leg. Sometimes different punishment. Now, when that has been done, then those people they will migrate down to either the south or any people in the north. They start begging, and then many of them, just like you said, many of them are able-bodied people. Many of them even they give right there where they are begging. They become pregnant. They have children. With their children, our express roads are littered with many of them like that. I expect that their leaders, the northern leaders, they should do something about that. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, the thing we are talking about, the corporate beggars.
Yeah.
I heard of a particular person, a woman, a tenant in Ikorodu, just like the other people have been saying. In Ikorodu, this tenant was around the Ikoto market and saw a landlady begging. And then the woman was embarrassed. After even said it openly, challenged the woman right there in the market. So there are some who thought they are smart and they are so wise that they can use that avenue, and just like you have been saying. So I don't. I think whatever can be done to discourage people like that, it has to be done. One man was telling me every time the man is well dressed, but these scouts they will just greet him, they will be waiting in front of the office to give them money, and the man kept on doing that. I told the man, "Come, this thing I think you are going to keep on encouraging this."
Exactly.
The man said, "Well, that this thing I is doing now, that later maybe when there's a riot in the state, that these are the people that will guide others not to come and harass him because during the riot and all that." Yesterday, on Sunday, I was coming from church. These scouts, these boys, they will lead a girl. They were stopping traffic for her just because they want to get money from her. They kept on doing that. 3 boys or like that. At the point, the guy crossed on the other side of the road back again. So where to the end I was. Eventually, I had to challenge the ruffians. What was it? Leave her alone. Baba, that's your own. But the girl escaped. The girl escaped, and then they were going away.
There was no issue.
As I challenge that person now, that person has to leave the gate. So these are the things that we're having now in our state. We have the Yagbe the study, and we have even the second part of the Yagbe that all these people, they will stop your vehicle and they will have to collect something. They will even stay on the and all those kind of things. So I pray that God will help us.
Amen.
This will be
Amen. Thank you so very much, Ma. But you didn't tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, I'm calling from the Benin. Yeah.
Thank you so very much for your contribution tonight.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, everybody has something to say about this. We are all seeing it. And she came on the show. She wanted to disagree with what the last caller said, talking about this old corporate begging coming into existence because of poverty in the country, that it is beyond that. There are people who actually have taken this up as a business and talking about the northern leaders and all of that. And it is making me wonder, just like I've been asking, even if the government provides job, will this corporate begging, is it going to be eradicated? Can we still take more messages, of course? Okay, let's get on this one first. Hello.
Hello, Joe. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
I heard the story that you are telling this night.
You said what?
My name is Kelechi. I heard the story that you are sharing this night.
Thank you, Kelechi. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
The thing is so very. This thing they are doing, I'm just seeing it as their normal usual something. Because if I tell you what thing happens to me with me and my sister,
we want to hear. We actually want to hear.
Yeah, my sister. One day we are driving down to Imo State, something like that.
Okay.
So I'm on the food of something like that. So one man came out and tell us that his wife is sick, that he just gets birth new, that he need money to bail the woman out. So my sister is somebody that normally cares for somebody like that. He asked the man, how much is that money? The man says it's 5,000. My sister said the man, do you have a phone? Do you have somebody that has phone? And the man said yes. I said, oh yeah, give me your number. Tomorrow when I come out, I will call you. I know the situation of about your wife and the child that you just get pregnant. The man accepted. Tomorrow early morning, my sister called the man. The man came out with a picture of the wife and the child and the little baby that the woman just gets pregnant. So after set and done, my sister gave the man the money.
The 85,000 naira.
85,000, and we just left. I drive the motor. So the same, another thing, something like 3 months like that. We are going to Aba. Near to Osisioma, we see the same man trying to do the same thing with another man. Another one.
The same
I haven't
amount.
seen
The same amount again.
same amount. I never see. I haven't seen the woman because we are just came out from I don't know the name of the chicken republic, something like that. We are just coming out because we got somebody we are going to see in a part or something like that. So my sister said, "You see not the same man, the which man?" I said, "The man that we just met in Imo State some months ago. Can I remember?" I'm saying, "It seems that I said something like that." I said, "Yes, now we have already settled the man." Yes, Nabana. And that time he Imo State. He said, "No. I need to drive close to that. We drive close to that place. My sister is a mad woman." I don't know. What is this? My sister, before I know what is happening, my sister have already come down from the car. And I don't know where we park the car that I'm driving. My sister gave me her ATM. Told me, enter inside the police station that is nearest there. They there make a sister buy fuel or just buy fuel there. My sister, near to that woman, the man went to do the same thing alongside. See what this man is doing. This man is a scammer. He's not a beggar. There is nothing wrong with this man. He's just a lazy man. Just like that, she continued to tell me the man is not drowning in any, and the man doesn't know that my sister. Even himself, I don't know that my sister snapped the man. He has the picture that he used on that day. My sister broke the picture and saw the man. The woman just came down. The woman just came down from the car. Start embarrassing the man. Even people came down to beat the man, and my sister told them, "Leave him. Only God will judge him." So after we declared this, I don't know, this man speak the same thing. When I came down from Monitor, close to control the same Imo State again, I see this man. He have already dropped that one. Pick another
strategy.
Another chapter. Did you know what this is? He came out with an empty can, with a vehicle, a key. If you meet you on your vehicle, he says that I loaded the passenger. I didn't have money to put fuel on my vehicle. Please, can you help me with 500 or 1,000? The same man. Once I come close to them and I want my note to them, I see them. You again, there is nothing you make me to will kill you. See you evil, lazy human being. You see these people are doing, I'm so very tired of them, sir. I don't know, some of them is not beggar. It's just as you just said it is overlateness. And this one, if you see him, very neat. Very neat. It's not like the man has somewhere leg bend or something like you have something in you that made man to be doing that sort of thing. I'm just wondering, that is why, if you see me before a beggar be collect something from my hand, because the thing the man just doing is making me, I'm seeing all of them as the same. I'm just seeing all of them as the same. I'm so tired because even that the government is not what they will do for those people. Said. So especially those people that normally clean, there is nothing that is not close to them. Some of them say, "I'm desperate. I'm doing this." What is this?
This
is what I have this night.
Thank you so much for sharing with me your experience with corporate begging. This is so sad to see, so sad to hear. It is disheartening if you ask me. But thank you so much for sharing with me your thoughts.
Night.
Good night. A lot is happening in Nigeria. I told you, these people, I'm telling you that begging now has structure. It has strategy. I said it, didn't I? I did say that begging has become a business for many people. It is one thing to say that, okay, this is the cause. The economy is not smiling at us. The economy is not good enough. It is not what it used to be. It is one thing to also say that, poverty is this, poverty is that, people are struggling, people are suffering. And it is another thing to see capable persons, able-bodied persons, they are fit, they can talk, they can walk, they are okay. It is one thing to see those people begging, using begging as a means of survival. Can we still do this? Okay, let's try to take this. Okay, this is quite lengthy, but let's take it. This one is coming from architect Olalikon from Ijayi, still saying Adiola Omoba. Okay, thank you so much. Omoba means princess. Okay. Saying some people genuinely need help, but unemployment has turned a lot of able-bodied men and women into career beggars. The last caller was ascribing spirituality to begging. I think that should be like 3-4 callers back, saying the last caller was ascribing spirituality to begging, but laziness didn't jump on one at Hadot Road, but from accumulated unchecked reckless childhood upbringing. All right, sir, boys had always been with us since 1960. It is not today. So architect Olaleka is saying, let's call a spade a spade. A lot of them are thieves. Most of those people cannot do anything of value or service to earn a legitimate living, and this trend is gradually creeping into all sectors of our economy. It still says some people genuinely need help. Okay. Okay. I already did that. Thank you so much, architect Olaliko. Like I said, there are some people that genuinely need our help, and we must never stop showing them that compassion. We must always have mercy. Help when you can. Help those people who genuinely need our help. For those still calling, I'm sorry we might not be able to get on the phone lines anymore. I'm just going to read a couple of messages that we still have here. You can just try to drop your messages. Probably we can still take that, but we cannot get on the phone lines anymore because time is not on my side. This one okay. This one is coming from Grace from Lekki, saying, it is sad, Diola, that begging has become a full-time job for some people. I once helped a woman with a baby only to see her in another location the next week. That is why I'm telling you that it has become a strategy. All right, this one comes from Taiwo in Surulere, saying, Diola, I have stopped giving to people in traffic because some of them are just too comfortable doing it. I'd rather support someone selling pure water by the roadside. Emphasis on the word too comfortable. Some of them have grown. They are used to this attitude, this culture, and then even if you advise them that, my sister, my brother, go get a job, you can learn a skill and build something with your life, build something for yourself, they don't even want to do it. They don't want to make effort anymore because they found something easier than struggling. And probably the last message I'll take for tonight. This one says, good evening, Diola, the best. Oh my. Thank you so much, but I'm going to read this. Good evening, Diola, the best young presenter of our time. My name is Majeta. Texting from Toronto, Canada. Thank you so much, Majeta. And she says, thank you so much for treating this kind of topic. I understand that many radio presenters won't want to talk about these issues, knowing fully well that this is causing havoc in our community. My family in Nigeria says this to me anytime I call them asking if things like this happens in Canada. Okay, lol. She says, please, let's keep talking about this till it comes to an end, even though it might not end once. But hopefully, with the help of people like you, things will get better. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Majeta, all the way from Toronto, Canada, for this beautiful message. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for loving what we are doing here. And like you said, we'll keep talking about these things. We'll keep talking about the societal issues affecting us. We'll keep hammering on issues like this until Nigeria becomes a better place. That dream of Nigeria that we've always hoped for, until we see it come into reality, we won't stop talking. And that is why this program is called The Unspoken Truth. And that is why this station also is called Voice of the People. We'll keep talking about it. We won't stop talking about it. Thank you so much. Honestly, so many powerful thoughts came in tonight concerning corporate begging. A lot of you had so much to share. In fact, I'm sorry. I have to apologize. The studio lines is still buzzing, but I'm sorry that we cannot take any more calls. I'm sorry that I might not be able to read all of the messages that we still have here. But I want to say thank you so much. It's always a great time when we come when we come to the studios, when we get to look into those issues affecting us as one people, those issues affecting us in the society. But the time to go is now, and this is the unspoken truth. You already know that, and the truth is this: the unspoken truth is, until we start rebuilding our value system, until we start teaching dignity, honesty, hard work, until we start emphasizing on these key values, this problem will never truly go away. Most of the people doing these things, they are shame. You know the word shame, they don't have it anymore. So until we start talking about this from ground up, teaching dignity, honesty, hard work, this problem will never truly go away, because corporate begging is not even just a street issue now. It is a reflection of a society that has slowly replaced responsibility with pity. And my prayer tonight is this: that may we all find the strength to do the right thing, just as Cobhams Asuko said in a song. May God give us the strength to choose dignity over deception, over deceit, and to rebuild the values that once made us proud as a people. God bless Nigeria and give peace to every heart across this nation. Amen. And yes, thank you so much for sharing this space with me tonight. Thank you to every single one of you that called in, that tuned in, those who sent us messages, and even those that just followed us quietly from the corners of your home, your offices, on your way back home. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me tonight on the show, and thank you for being a part of this truth telling family. Same time next Tuesday, we'll be back with another episode of Which Way Nigeria. Which Way Nigeria comes to you every Tuesdays from 9:30 p.m. We talk about the societal issues affecting us, and next Tuesday I'll be back, same station, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Remember, you can share this episode with someone who needs to hear it, your friend, your colleague, anybody, your family member. You can catch the replay on YouTube at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And yes, Lagos, Nigeria. Tomorrow is another day. You know what we do every Wednesdays? I don't even need to say it, but I'm still going to say it. Wednesdays are our relationship talk. And guess who? That is the Wednesday relationship talk and guess who edition of the Unspoken Truth. So tomorrow, you want to join me at 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. prompt on Voice of the People 90.3 FM for our Wednesday relationship talk and guess who edition. Remember, we'll be diving into relationship discussions, and also, you know what we do every Wednesdays on the show, that mini segment, the second segment, the guess who segment, where I become the love messenger on the show. For those that are new to this, on the show tomorrow, you can send me beautiful messages. I'll be calling. Well, I don't know if we're going to do what we did last week on the show, but guess who messages, you send them to me, your name, your partner's name, your love, your husband, your partner, your fiance, you send me their number and that romantic message you want me to read to them. The reason why I said probably we could do what we did last week is because some people are still saying that Diola, please, I still have some messages that I want you to send to my people. I think we couldn't even do much last Wednesday, but tomorrow we might do what we did last Wednesday, or we'll go with the Guess Who game. And so just anticipate, tomorrow is going to be a beautiful time as always on the show. 9:30 p.m. is the time. I'll be in the studio, so you can keep your guess. You can get your Guess Who messages ready for me. I'll be calling your loved ones. I'll be calling your partner, your fiance, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Come, that is the time you can test the waters in your relationship. Because when I call them and I read to them those messages, they will have to guess who the sender of the message is. So when I call Tayo, this message is this, that. Who asked me to call you? Tayo needs to guess. So if Tayo says Kunle and it was caller that asked me to call Tayo, there is a problem. But of course, we don't want to see problem on our shows. But just so you know, tomorrow is going to be another amazing time with you in the studios. 9:30 p.m. is the time here at Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And for someone wondering, Diola, will you also be in the studios on Thursdays or Fridays or weekends? Okay, I'm really going to do this right now. Every Thursdays from 10 p.m. Yes, that is the Pigeon Show. We come to the studios and, people share. It is our Pigeon Show, and the title of the program is The Teen Wey Dey Bother You. The Teen Wey Dey Bother You. That Pigeon Show, people come on the show, they tell us, they share with us, this is what is bothering them. That thing wey dey worry you, we no allow you sleep well, we no allow you chop well, just dey worry you. You know sabi road for the matter again. You go come carry am come show on Thursday 10 p.m. Send her give me for WhatsApp, for the studio WhatsApp. VOP family go come shook my joint for the matter and share advice give you for that matter wey dey bother you. That's what we do every Thursdays on the show from 10 p.m. Same station. And then on Fridays are usually just fun entertainment. That is our Gbedu show, Gbedu with a boss friend. VOP family knows that one very well. You don't want to miss it for anything. This coming Friday, remember to keep it a day with me. 9:30 p.m. is the time for the Friday Gbedu with a boss brain. It is a music show. You come on the show, you tell me, Diola, this is what I want to listen to, and then I'll just grant all your song requests. Sweet vibes, that is what Fridays are for. Sweet vibes, everything that will just make you feel happy. On Fridays, that is where I grant your song request. So that is what Diola does every Thursdays, every Fridays, every Wednesdays, every Tuesdays. So I actually did that particular one because a request came in. Someone was actually asking that, Diola, what do you do on Wednesdays? What do you do on Thursdays? What do you do on Fridays? And I hope you got that one correctly. But remember to follow Voice of the People socials on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube at Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And this is the voice of Diola, your radio nighttime partner. And I'm saying to you, stay safe, stay well, and stay blessed. Have a wonderful sleep. Bye-bye.